Oh no. Hey yo, what the fuck?
Welcome to a video on how to get good at the painter, perhaps one of the few variants who remained obscure within the community, until some people decided to make a video on him, because why not? Players who can master what is essentially a sniper given the average American diet and a paint fetish, will be able to snipe with somewhat consistency. Let's get started. The painter is a variant of the engineer class, who is skilled in the arts of making shit colorful, whilst also overcharging people for his abstract art pieces, like Sony does for PlayStation Plus. His primary weapon is of a paint launching crossbow that somehow launches entire canisters of fucking paint with near flawless accuracy. The weapon fires at only 60 rounds per minute, or 1 round every second, and has a massive clip size of 12, before needing to take a lengthy 2.75 second reload. Each shot fired can deal 45 damage for a direct hit and up to 15 for the splash in a medium-sized radius. The projectiles fired travel rather quickly, though they have travel time that must be accounted for, along with having a very slight arc. This makes the painter's weapon, when standing still, quite the powerful long-range capabilities, as its massive 45 damage on a direct hit means that lower health classes such as sunflowers, roses, or even members of the green oddly shaped kangaroo family can be taken down in as little as 3 well-placed shots. Keen listeners would have noticed that I said, whilst standing still, and this is for a major reason, as thanks to what we like to call a PopCap memento, painter's primary fire is one of the few primary weapons in the game, alongside those of Rock P, Drake Mech, and a few others, to have movement inheriting on their primary weapon. To put it simply, if you're moving to the left when you fire the weapon, the projectile will deviate slightly to the left, same with moving to the right, or even when jumping and falling. This can make his weapon feel rather inconsistent, especially when trying to snipe at long distances whilst moving to dodge enemy fire. So as a general rule of thumb, make sure to keep this in mind if you are moving from side to side whilst sniping at enemies. This can actually in some cases make it easier to track enemies, since if you move in the same direction they're moving in, because it'll inherit your movement and in a sense be able to track their movement. This may not be useful in all situations, but when dealing with those erratic little shits who smoked 57 pounds of sugar mixed with coke, you can sometimes take them out with surprisingly little effort if you do match their movement. That, or if you simply cannot be fucked, you can stun them with the sonic grenade, because let's face it, who actually has the fucks to give about having more than 30% accuracy on average? Additionally, because he is more long-range focused than his peers, his weapon zooms in noticeably further, allowing him to get a better view of which person is going to absolutely kick your teeth in. All because they figured out your aim is as good as a 9-year-old playing Call of Duty Ghosts who claims to have a dad that works at Microsoft. The splash may help out with near misses, but it shouldn't be relied upon due to how little it does. The optimal upgrade setup for the painter would be the damage, reload, and health upgrades, with the damage and reload upgrades being especially important, as increasing your total damage per shot from 45 to 48 will offset certain health values and allow you to kill enemies quicker, which with how slow he fires, can come in handy greatly. Reducing how long his lengthy reload duration is will also make it great to not only recover your massive clip but to also make reloading mid-fight less risky. And the health upgrade, since the extra health can offset values against those attempting to snipe you, and you also have a turret which benefits from having more health. In terms of strengths, the painter's long-range versatility and high damage per shot, making him an exceptional sniper for if enemies are not aware of your presence, allowing you to take them by surprise with the high burst damage. The splash, whilst it may not be the highest amount in the world, does offer a little bit of leeway when it comes to near misses, and does in a sense, allow you to fend for yourself up close. Lastly, whilst situational, the movement inheritance on the primary weapon can allow you to track certain enemies easier by copying their movement. However, the painter's slower attack interval of only once per second means that not only will close range fights be heavily against you, but missing shots is rather punishing and can lead to you missing out on kills due to the miss. The movement inheritance can on a number of occasions mess with your aiming and can make you miss shots that you would have normally hit otherwise. Lastly, his lengthy reload duration of 2.75 seconds means that if you're forced to enter this reload at an inconvenient time, you'll either miss out on on kills or potentially be killed yourself. Thanks to this guide, you will now be the master of showing people how abstract their opinion is by slapping their skull with a full fucking paint canister. Be sure to come back for the next episode next week. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more shit like this. Have fun.